Okay, Wan from NapShot Studio. Welcome.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Welcome, Wan.
Okay, welcome to our, what? Counseling session. Counseling session. Counseling
Psychiatric
session.
session.
Psychiatric
For
session. How have you gone
Manchester
through the
United
7 stages of depression? Was it right, Wan? Wan, was it right? Was it right? Was it the right decision to sack Ole?
Yes, he deserved to be sacked.
Oh, so you think he deserved to be sacked?
Yes.
Why?
You know why? Okay, he's already given time to develop Manchester United with the signings of Varane, Sancho, and Cristiano Ronaldo this season, right?
Yep.
Does he need more time? I would say not, because the board already bought him.
So you're
Okay.
saying that it's time, actually too late lah. He should have gone before that lah. Is it?
He should have gone when we never won the Europa League.
Oh,
that's last season.
last season.
And that makes me believe to him again is because the board never backed him with Sancho and Varane last season. And this season, the board has already bought them. Supposed to bring the team to another level.
But he didn't.
He did not. He didn't.
So what's his problem actually?
The problem is of Ole is he like this player, he will play this player. Like Fred and McTominay, double pivot. He like to play these two players. Instead of Donny van de Beek, which we can see he's performing when doing the pre-season. Or even a youngster like Anthony Elanga. What happened? When the players come back from Euros, mostly England players are not performing. But why you choose to play that fucking Maguire? Sorry to say that. you have Eric Bailly or even
bro. Sorry to interrupt. Repeat the one without the F word.
It's okay. I can beep. I can beep.
You can censor. You can censor.
I can beep. Say F as many as you want lah.
This one counseling session lah. This one counseling session.
This one counseling session. You want to say F so many times also can. Yeah, just say. No, just call. Just call Maguire. So you don't like Maguire. Sama who you don't like?
Pogba lah, whatever.
You Pogba. You the one who said Pogba.
Oh, I see. Oh, sorry.
Fred. He's saying Fred.
Fred, normally.
And Matic should have been sold. But why is he inside the club? And one more player that I fucking hate it again. Phil Jones.
Legend. Club legend, man. Club legend.
For me, I don't know lah. As you see, when Carrick takes over Manchester United during the Villarreal game, you can see the difference of Manchester United. Fred playing well, McTominay playing well, Donny playing well. But what happened?
Is it because the players sabotage Ole? They don't under Ole.
I would say maybe
you think?
Don't like the start of Ole. When Ole in charge, right? When he's in panic mode, he will look at who? Carrick and McKenna. He doesn't have a plan B or plan C. And while other managers, they got in trouble, they always have, like Liverpool. When Henderson is injured, they got Thiago or even Fabinho inside. Well, United don't have. Even Arsenal, I would say. They got so many good players. Smith Rose, Zaka, Tavares.
Not Granit Xhaka. Don't say Granit Xhaka is a good player.
Not Granit Xhaka.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure NapShot Studios, the Arsenal fans also was cool.
Yeah, you tell Anwari also that Granit Xhaka is not a good player.
He also agreed with me that Xhaka is not a good player.
Shut up, Anwari.
Ole is steady the ship for the past full season. Yes, I admire that. But he needs a plan B and plan C when you are in trouble. Last season, we got a good away record. But what happened this season?
James can answer why a poor away record?
Is it because of too many no resting for the players? There's not a reason. Under Jose, he will rotate. This player will play Champions League, this player will play Premier League. Not every player will play in the same league. Cannot like that. You will see if Arsenal is still in Champions League or Europa League, they will never play Ramsdale inside for the Europa League. You will play Leno, you will play other players, Ben White will rest.
That's what we do.
Player needs some rest. Imagine you got a middle midweek game. This player that play on Sunday only to play on play on the next weekend. So the players that play full game for the previous week have a good rest and will play a next game in the weekend.
Pogba got a lot of rest also, but still play like shit.
Yeah lah, but that one I don't want to say lah. Even you see, we are meeting Chelsea this weekend. The smart mind of Kevin is he don't want to play Bruno is because he's the main attacker for Manchester United. Why he substitute Bruno in the bench? Because he knows that Chelsea are coming. Bench Bruno, he bench Rashford, he's been don't say Greenwood. Greenwood is positive COVID. And some other good players. Why he rests? Because he knows that Chelsea is next. So if I play Bruno, I will be in big trouble if Bruno get injured. That's right.
I think one of the reasons why I bench these two players, for my view, all right, is you can see that Bruno, okay, we minus off Rashford because he just came back from injury, all the stuff. But Bruno has not really performed as good as how he came into the club. I would say that because he has really bring the standard up another level. He played very well, almost the whole season when he first came. I think he has a bit of burnout, and also the stress level. Like De Gea, was performing so well. Then got in between one or two seasons, the form just dropped tremendously. I think it's because that players nowadays is made very differently. Last time, like no matter how tired I am, there will be extra gear to push forward. Like even like Rooney was injured, but he managed to actually play, being subbed out 10 men, but need another guy to be there to disrupt the play of the other team. And Rooney will voluntarily go in and disrupt. But you see, players like Bruno, I think I do respect him because the way he protect Ole. It's all our fault. Ole being sacked is one I felt personally because I do love Ole. All right, but it's very disappointing, to lose to Watford, because if you're going to lose to Watford, more or less in my heart, how much I love him to be there, he will get the boot no matter what. I got, this is football. It's very obvious, If let's say one game like against Watford and you can lose 4-1 and you do not have a plan to defend your 2-1 loss and try to, whatsoever, he has lost everything. But the thing is, for Ole, I feel that first, he won the Champions League for us. That is something that we have to respect. Second, we have
as a player, right? As a player.
Yeah, but as a manager.
Not as a manager.
Not as a manager.
You have to separate these two lah. Because player and manager is different thing.
Sorry.
So he's a good player, but a lousy manager.
Do you think he's a lousy manager? If you compare experience like Van Gaal, Mourinho, he has really bring United to another stage. I mean, yes, I would say he has stable the thing, but I read somewhere I do agree with him. We were a C graded team. Ole somehow pushed to a B plus, but just that part to go to A class, like C grade, B grade, and A grade, he just can't push to it. Like Fred has been playing so badly, but wow, last night everyone is saying that without Fred, pushing, Ronaldo may not score the goal.
Yep.
Positive. But why everyone is saying that Fred is useless? All those one game, he's a god. Then for the past few months, he's no good. He's not at the standard. But yeah, I felt Ole, and
so that's why we're saying that maybe the players sabotage Ole.
I believe so. I believe half of the team itself, doesn't really like him. Like maybe Pogba, Lingard maybe is one of the players as well. But like players like Ronaldo, I don't think he will sabotage him because he played with him before. He I think more or less coached him before. So the respect is still down there. I think Pogba might play a big role in sabotaging Ole.
Pogba.
Yeah, I mean Pogba has been like blowing hot and cold. Want to sign, don't want to sign, you know. And since that few seasons back that he said he want to go off, he's very unrest. He's like performing here one day, not performing another day.
Ole, that's Pogba lah. That's Pogba's fault lah. That means it's not because he don't like Ole. I think it's because that's Pogba. Pogba is always hot and cold since before Ole.
Yeah, but when Ole came in, you can see he also do that also. So his influence in the dressing room do play a very big part as well. So if you ask me, I got a feeling that he is that Ole out in the dressing room.
Ole out camp.
Yeah, he can draw players like Lingard and maybe Rashford being affected in some ways because, you know, Lingard, Rashford is quite close.
Who do you think where should we go from here?
Okay, for me, I want a manager, someone like the current Ajax manager, Eric Ten Hag. Or even Ralf Rangnick.
Ralf Rangnick from?
From I think he's a former he's the master of the testing, Klopp teacher.
Do you agree? Do you want someone like that?
Yeah. Eric Ten Hag.
To me now, I don't know who is able to deliver trophies. Who is the one that can bring back? You know, it's like I've been telling you guys, like we have the Van Gaals, we have the Mourinho. These are the two biggest names in football. One have bring Netherlands to semi or final. Mourinho is proven in some ways that he won title in Porto. He came back twice, two time in Chelsea, and he won title himself. And in Roma right now, he's also performing in some way. So if you ask me why, I do agree, you know, I do listen to Roy Keane or is it Gary Neville? You must have a board or a team of coaches that have the mentality to win, have won something as a coach. United coach, only Mike Phelan has won something with Ferguson. But the others, I don't think they have the experience to push further. You see, like Klopp, they have support in some ways itself. Well, from the board.
The chairman give the
Henry. Michael Edwards is our.
Michael Edwards has been backing Klopp. That's why you got. I mean, don't say about. Okay, we are saying about board FSG, Kyonki, and Glazers. They don't know about football. They know about NFL, everything. These three again, I said today, board need to go. We need someone know about football.
Let's set the date. When are we invading the pitch? Let's set the date, guys. Before Chelsea game.
Newcastle overtake a top Premier League club with a 250 billion money to take Newcastle up. What is this? What happening to the top club of England? Arsenal,
but look, one. You asked for Sancho, you got Sancho. Yes. You got Varane. You got CR7. You guys have spent a lot actually. Before that was who? You got Van der Beek, and I mean, if you compare, I don't have the stats right now, but you guys are spending a lot, you know, for the past 1 or 2 seasons, right?
But what? CR7 was not in Ole's plan this season. It was because of Sir Alex Ferguson that bring him back to Manchester United, or else we'll be boarding a CDM or Rice or Bissouma or even Ruben Neves. And also that was not an excuse for Glazers to buy a CDM.
Does CR7 make the United team better or worse?
Okay, that's question 9. For Champions League, yes, he's performing. We need him in the Champions League. But in the Premier League, for some game, yes, we need him. But he the man that kacau the system of Ole.
So
The
you
system.
admit that he's disrupting the Ole
Disrupting
system
the
lah.
system of Ole. You see, in the past 3 games,
But Ole has
the
no system.
the 3 games, the Newcastle, the Southampton, and the Wolves game, the first 3 matches.
First 3.
We are playing well. I'm not saying playing well without Cristiano Ronaldo. And we know that the board need to buy a CDM, but why? John Motors and Darren Fisher, when after get Cristiano, never get a CDM. We know rice is expensive, 100 million pound, whatever. That's not an excuse. You got Bissouma, you got Kamavinga, you got Jude Bellingham, or even Ruben Neves. These players are below 50 million. You can get easily. But why?
They don't want to go Man U.
You need to buy another CD also. Maybe you need to replace Maguire also.
Okay, Maguire, if I were manager, I will let Maguire go. Varane, yes, I get Varane. We need someone, a very good defender. Maybe, okay, I will not
Ben
say
White.
Ben White, of course, it's a good Ben White also is a good buy for Arsenal and Liverpool. But we need someone like maybe not say Pau Torres, maybe like Italy defender Stephen Beach.
Steven De Vrij.
Stephen De Vrij.
Yeah.
Or Luis Dang. Luis Dang also. No one look at him. All focus on Ben White. Luis Dang also is a good defender in England, but I don't know why. When part of Liverpool or part of Manchester United, when they buy England players, must be expensive. Why?
Not just us lah, bro.
It's England. It's just England players lah.
Just England.
Overrated, overpriced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben White is very expensive also.
Yeah,
and he's not even a proven, but he's so far making Arsenal into a.
It's just England.
Yeah.
Talking about Arsenal, right? I'm sorry to say about.
It's okay. We can talk about top 5 teams.
Yeah. Come on. Let's lay it out. It's okay.
Lay it out. Yeah, lay it out.
Ramsdale need to be in a top club to be a top player. And when he was going to Arsenal, I'm not saying that Arsenal will relegate or what. I believe in Ramsdale. And he needs to be in the top club to someone that can guide him to the next level. Everton also, I would say it's a top club because Pickford is there. Liverpool, you got 2 outstanding good goalkeepers. Adrian and
Adrian.
Adrian.
Okay.
Compared to Man U players,
not so good keeper. He's a good keeper.
Yeah.
Sometimes he makes mistakes. Yes, who never make mistakes?
Yeah, I don't know who's number 2 for Man U goalkeeper.
Number 2 for Man U is Dean Henderson. The third one is Tom Heaton. I don't know why we bought him also for don't know what lah.
Maybe the smaller cups the Mickey Mouse Cup.
Whatever lah.
So you need a CDM, you need a CB. James, agree? January transfer window. And a right back. You don't like Wan-Bissaka?
The spider.
No, I'm not saying I don't like Wan-Bissaka. Dalot is much slower. We want like a backup right back, someone like Max Aaron or Trippier.
The fast, like a wing back lah.
You see like Bissaka is good on the back, not good on the front. Well, TAA is good front. Front, back is the worst. So I going to say this. We see James. Is good both.
Yeah.
You see both is good. Even Cancelo doing. You see how performing he is in City, even in Portugal.
Isn't your left back more important Alex Telles is somehow a useless signing, but then Shaw seems overweight.
I would say not. User signing.
Actually,
He
Telles is quite good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why is he not playing? Why is Shaw playing? And I mean, Shaw has been proving himself, but isn't that a issue there, left back?
It's the same question as why McFred is playing.
The pleasure of Luke Shaw is people call him Roberto Carlos lah, and they
Who called? James called lah. James, why you tweet this kind of thing?
the name, you see, when you become a popular name, when people call you Roberto Carlos or Roberto, you are the next Pepe or the next one. You macam bangga tau.
Happy.
Macam
Happy. Proud.
Happy. Proud. For what? Just act normal, everything. Act normal.
Yeah lah, Shaw. Humble
Humble.
lah.
Focus. You on training ground? Focus. Outside of training ground, you want to do whatever you want, you do. But of course, don't dance like Lingard lah, whatever. I don't see.
Do good things like Rashford. Do good things.
Maybe you are expert. But in football field, you must show yourself that you are a good player. You see Lingard, why he performing on loan in West Ham? No media goes to him.
Good point.
That's a good point.
You're in a top club like Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal. You're not performing, your name will be bad. You see, Saka or even England players, Jonah Henderson, not performing. Why? Because it's the post rules. They are very tired. They have not much resting. Euros start on May and ending in about June or July. 2 weeks later, they need to go for training for the Premier League. You think they got enough rest?
Correct. That's why Harry Kane never go training. Now we know lah. Now we know the reason. We always blame Harry Kane, but actually we thought he was unprofessional, but actually he needs his rest. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say he's really unprofessional. Okay. Understand. All right. Now I understand.
Now you understand. It's up to you to interpret lah.
Yeah, I want to add one thing about Shaw actually. I think the last season, Shaw was performing the whole season. And that actually clouds people's judgment. Actually, he's not so good. The season before, he already showed his true colors already. Yeah. Then he kind of bench. So last season they let him play to let him show. So he shows himself as a good player. Then this season his true colors shine again, which is he's not so good of a player.
What do you think?
I want to add.
Maybe James first. He wanted to say something about Shaw.
Okay.
Ronaldo.
Is about. It's about. I think the pressure on empty stadium and a fill up stadium. I think even Ole also feel like, suddenly the whole stadium. Okay, without fans, it's quiet. You know that they will make any.
Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah.
To concede one goal, the fans, if let's say hostile goal against you, maybe the last 2 years he's like trying he's good the last 2 years because suddenly COVID this and that, but last 2 years the stadium were empty. So I think the players also play a part, getting used to having a full-fledged 80,000, 90,000 supporters itself. The supporters are excited. So it's like the supporters expect something, and the players may have cold feet. It plays both ways, I feel. So this season, I really do not know what Ole has done wrong, but it was a very bad run. We have Ronaldo, we have Sancho, but as I mentioned, Sancho is an option not to buy lah. But we have him. We have to utilize him. We bought.
What about Shaw? Talking about Shaw.
Sorry?
Talking about Shaw.
Are you sure? Wait, is Shaw better than Telles?
No.
Telles is better.
Why is Telles not playing?
Telles better.
Shaw is better in. I'm not too sure. I think it's because the way he crossed the ball. Tevez, I'm not too sure.
Maybe he's good. Telles, when he's defending. For me,
but see both sides, you see. It's not only a defending, like Wan Bissaka, I like his tackle. But going forward, crossing it, he's very bad. But Shaw is good at it. Every player has his good and bad points. You know, if you ask me, I like the left back and right back. Dialogue is more like a replacement if Wan Bissaka is injured. If you ask me, I wouldn't even select Telles. I would rather get Brandon Williams, is it?
Yep. Our
replace Shaw. But because he can run, he can defend as well, he can attack. If you ask me, among these three left back, Brandon will be a better choice.
Last season, Shaw became better is because Telles comes to United. And he wants to show, okay, I'm the senior left back here. You must
got competition.
He has to show.
No, he must go, okay, he must show competition. Hey, got new left back, I must show competition. As the manager, don't choose him lah, choose me lah. Right, that's why you see less play of doing the game. That's why. I don't know why, but you see, Telles this morning, I think he did play well. Of course, Shaw having a injury with the head. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Even during City,
good rotation.
when City, Telles came in as a substitute, he also performed quite well actually. A better replacement than Shaw.
Yeah, that's right.
Shaw was
a better replacement, but it was too late.
Too late. Correct.
I think the players must have the right mentality at United at the moment. Really must have the right mentality. If you say about last night performance is good, they also struggle until 70 plus minutes. If let's say with the talent that we have, half time or maybe 50th minute, not until 70th, coming to closing end that time, then we start to so-called attack or So I feel that the team itself must reflect individually. We have the talent, we have the quality. You can see interviews from Terry Henry, Jamie Carragher, not United legend or players itself. They also say that this United can go places. But if the players don't reflect on themselves, I mean, there's nothing much any manager can do so. I'm just hoping that someone will come in to let all the players say you are not here permanently. I can replace you as well. As
competition.
Wake up, they wake up.